India might just about be hanging on in the Boxing Day Test versus Australia in Melbourne. The top order failed, but the lower order has come up the trumps yet again, just like in Brisbane. Although India are still facing a big deficit, the lower order has ensured that at least this test match, India have bounced back. But now there are serious concerns over Rohit Sharma's form as well as his captaincy. Because with the bat, he's not led from the front. As far as captaincy is concerned, it's kind of like, okay, he's not been tactically up to the mark ever since that 3-0 whitewash against New Zealand. Now, according to a PTI report, things could hot up for Rohit Sharma in the next 1-2 weeks. Because the PTI report mentioned, Chairman of Selectors Ajit Agarkar is currently in Melbourne. And after the conclusion of this test match, mostly on Monday, he might have a chat with Rohit Sharma regarding his future in Test cricket. Because let us make no mistake about it, Rohit Sharma is 38. Age is not on his side. If India do not achieve what they had set out to, then maybe you will have to look into the future. And that is why perhaps one test, perhaps two tests, Rohit Sharma will have to then make a call. Or maybe the selectors will have to make a call on Rohit Sharma. Because there are two major objectives that the Indian cricket team has even after Melbourne. The situation is, questions will arise over the test captaincy and on particular Rohit Sharma's leadership credentials if India fail to qualify for the WTC final. Remember, if Australia win the series 2-1, or if they don't win the BGT India, then their WTC final hopes is done. So that means India will then play a series only against England, 5 tests, but then they will not be part of the WTC final. In the test series versus England, will the selectors look for new faces in the red ball setup? That is the one thing they'll have to deliberate. Final Border-Gavaskar Trophy test in Sydney might be last for Rohit, but let me reiterate again. If things do not work out in Melbourne, if India don't qualify for the WTC final and if India don't win the BGT, then credentials, Rohit Sharma's test credentials as a captain will be under serious doubt. Because so far in 2024, it's a question of two halves. First half, Rohit Sharma was brilliant, but the last part has been simply woeful for him. And because of that, there was a tactical change made in Melbourne, but then it resulted in you playing one specialist batter shot. But that has now been covered up because of what Nitish Reddy and Washington Sundar have done today. However, Rohit Sharma was not comfortable batting in the middle order in second and third tests. He mentioned, even in Adelaide, that you have to give it to him. He had mentioned it like, I am not comfortable batting in the middle order, but I'm willing to do it for the team. But then you saw the low scores that happened, 3, 6, 10 in Adelaide and Melbourne and in Brisbane. That is the reason why he promoted himself up the order. But that meant Shubman Gill had to go out because you could not have dropped KL Rahul. That was the position with which KL Rahul had done so well, you couldn't have dropped him at that stage. Because so far in the BGT, 4 innings, 22 runs, 5.5 runs, it's really not looking good at all. 3, 6, 10, 3. Really not good returns for Rohit Sharma in the BGT so far. He has 3 more innings potentially, but then can he capitalize on it? Because 25 innings so far in 2024, average of 25, 610, 2 centuries he had. The centuries that he hit against England now seem a very distant memory. But looking at the way how Rohit Sharma has batted in this particular last part, especially from Bangladesh, 2 tests, 3 tests versus New Zealand, then now these 3 tests versus Australia, 8 tests overall, it's not been a good thing for Rohit Sharma. And because of that, serious questions will be asked. If India loses Melbourne and they do not win in Sydney, or vice versa, if India don't win in Melbourne and lose in Sydney, and if they lose the BGT, World Test Championship finals also gone, the transition period will now then be officially done. But then anything can happen. This is Indian cricket. Never say never until the final moment. There could be a situation where Rohit Sharma comes back even for the England test matches. You don't know who is the captaincy option. That they will have to explore in the near future. But for now, The pressure is firmly on Rohit. How he responds to the next 3 potential innings, that we'll have to find out. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.